What's up, fellas? So welcome to the Cloud Gaming X channel. Today we are going to be talking about a news article that was from 9 to 5 Google, where someone at GameStop interviewed Phil Harrison about the data increases see here, the pre-launch beta and game prices. So we're going to get right into this article. I'm going to link the source in the description below if you guys want to read this article as well. So to get started, right, let's look at the first thing they cover here. Again, it says this month Stadia Connect revealed pricing for November launch games and more about how the streaming service works. In this interview this week, Google Phil Harrison touched on Stadia data caps and no further betas, as well as game pricing. So that's what we'll be getting into, and then at the end I will give you guys my opinion on some of these stuff that was stated. So as it states here, data cap says at least in the United States, data consumption is notable concern for all game stream service. While subscribers might have speed higher than 10 Mbps, several IPs stateside enforce a 1 terabyte data cap. As others have noted, 4K streaming Stadia will burst through that in 65 hours. So pretty much what Phil Harrison says about this is that Harrison notes how data caps moved up in response to the popularity of downloading and streaming music, TV, and films. However, Stadia will let gamers keep track of the usage and control the resolution. And he also stated that that reflection, whoever who came up with that math, he argues that they don't reflect compression that Google will sometimes perform with the Stadia during those periods, using significantly less data than multiplying 35 Mbps by the number of seconds you play. So it's stating here that that calculation of burn through your limit 65 hours is not actually accurate. But he also states that the more he states that cable providers, internet companies know that it's really important to keep their customers happy and satisfied. And he was saying when Stadia releases and other game streaming services, consumers are going to push the fact that they would like the 1 terabyte to be dropped, and hence that's where we'll see the removal of the data caps. And so he's hoping that Stadia will encourage people to speak up about removing data cap to their providers, and hence that's what will lead to companies start realizing that this is an issue and remove it. So that's for the data cap. And my take on that is I do feel like this is an issue. I covered this in my second video where we talked about some of the concerns of Stadia, but I feel like somebody needs to do something about this. Like I stated in one of my other videos, if Apple came out and brought a product like this, they have a lot of influence, and people and companies will make changes because it's Apple. But Google is also a big juggernaut in the tech world space, and I feel like they have power to actually push something like this. I'm glad that they've taken the initiative to bring this to light, and hopefully cable companies will listen and remove the 1 data cap. But also something else to notice, this seems to be a problem just in the US. If you look at other countries, most of them don't have data caps. So this issue is actually affecting only the majority of the people who live in the United States. So take that also into consideration, knowing that Stadia is going to be launching in other countries as well, not just the US. So that's data caps. Let's look at pre-launch Stadia beta. I'm just going to state what this says. There is not going to be another beta. Last year they did the Assassin's Creed kind of beta. The cool thing about that was when after the beta was done, you actually got a free copy of the game, which I think was neat. But we will not be seeing anything similar to that. States Google will not be hosting another beta before Stadia launches this November 14th. confirmed by Phil Harrison. He describes the US as the most complex place to test size-wise compared to Europe. We all know US is way bigger than Europe. So that's pretty much what that states. It's not going to be any better. When it comes out November 18, 14, we're just going to get our hands on it. So this part is the part that I think is really interesting. So Stadia games and price, availability and price. And it states here that the digital purchases will continue to have access in a scenario where publishers pull a game. Given the prevalence of movie stream service in this day and age, more people than ever are similar with the concept of content getting pulled every often. In this case of Stadia, a pull game would not be available for new players to buy. On the same topic, Harrison does not expect games to be cheaper in Stadia than Sony, PlayStation, Microsoft, Xbox. When asked why players would purchase on Google Stadia rather than the competing consoles, Harrison again tells how games will be available on all screen and all devices. So pretty much I think he's kind of reassuring that when you're paying for games, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but what I hear him saying is that we don't have to worry about things like Netflix where people are paying for a monthly subscription, $7.99, $9.99, and to get access to download free to stream free content. And actually, yes, in some cases you can download it now. And we all know how Disney's pulling most of this stuff from Netflix. So this has a lot of people, afraid that this might happen in Stadia, paying full price for a game, and this potential and possibility that company can pull it from the Stadia market. And I think Phil Harrison is saying that if that's the case, then it probably won't be available for you to purchase, which I hope that can give some people just clarity and a peace that those games are not going to go anywhere. So again, if I'm not reading this correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I made another video about this with another YouTuber complaining about pricing, and it blows my mind that you guys are expecting that these games will be free. That's not how it works. I mean, if you look at Geforce Now, it's kind of similar. You purchase a game from Steam and then you can play it on the Geforce Now service. That's what this is as well. You purchase a game full price and then you pay $10 a month, and then you can stream it anywhere, on any screen. And like Phil Harrison was saying, that is the difference between this and other console, to where you buy a game on PS4 digitally, you can only stream it on the PS4 and your TV, unless you're doing like remote play to your PS Vita or to your computer. But again, we know that does not work really well. You're not getting 4K 60 FPS by doing that. So the benefit of Stadia, if you're paying $60 for games, you can play on any screen that you choose to. Alright fellas, I think this is a great article. Again, I will post the source in the description below if you guys want to look at it. But again, I'm going to be covering news on just anything cloud gaming related, just to continue this cloud gaming movement going. So if you're interested, definitely hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned to the channel. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace.